Welcome back. What the? Welcome back, fellow enemies of the fire. We are here to celebrate. I don't know why James has got bad news on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a week. This is the week. The Chicago Fire won 7-1 against DC United in DC. And what is the most important thing that happened?
What a juxtaposition.
Tom Barlow scored a hat trick.
Yes. Oh my
Gentlemen.
goodness.
Man, we have criticized for like the past 2 or 3 years. The man that we have literally crapped on for the past 2 years decided to tell us to F off.
Dude,
and he won.
Dude,
and he
there is
went on
routinely a video in between segments on our shows that is of my fiance while I'm filming him scoring a goal going, you talked so much shit about him. Oh man. James, how do you want forgiveness for everything you've said, or is it like
for Tom Barlow? I mean, no, I'm not too worried about it. No, I'm not too worried about it. Blind squirrel finds a note every once in a while. It happens.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best game of his career.
It's
congratulations.
Greg's system elevates. That's the thing. Greg's system elevates players that might not be as good as others.
It's funny you mention that because it almost seems like Tom Barlow's like, even though he doesn't score, he pulled guys away from everybody else because he just had that burst of energy.
Well, he does make good runs. He's always been good at making runs. His problem is like missing sitters. I kind of, fingers crossed, this is the moment that turns him into like an 8-5 guy off the bench, right? Like that would be sick. Because like, yes, I know he scored 3 goals, but like if you could get anywhere close to double digits from your second striker when your first one's scoring 20, you know what I mean? That's amazing. So like, hopefully this is the thing that breaks him of all of those sitters he's had missed. Like how many times has James just showed something. I don't know if you've showed all of this to the people.
I mean,
but
I did. It's just,
God.
It's like shooting fish out of a barrel.
No, but like how many times has he missed this? This is a different one. But how many times did Barlow miss that shot?
Guys. There's a reason he's a freaking professional striker in the MLS. There's a reason he's not in USL. There's a reason the Fire have him on there. It's because he has shown the ability to be able to get the ball in the goal from the striker position before. On a consistent basis, no. But yes, he's been able to score a goal from the striker position. So it's not surprising that yes, and I'm so glad for him that he had a good game. That's just showing that, you know, maybe there is something there that we've been not seeing before. Maybe there is something there that coaches in the past have not been able to get out of Tom Barlow. And then, boom, we got the coach that can with Greg Berhalter, who might be poached by the U.S. men's national team after they fire Pochettino. But at least we got him for now. And you know what? They're doing something magical here. Like I feel like they're better than their record. They are a damn good team. They got one of the best goalkeepers in the MLS, bar none. I honestly think he should be the U.S. men's national team goalkeeper. Hit the comment below if you disagree or agree. I'd love to hear who your nomination for goalkeeper for the U.S. men's national team is. It's Chris Brady for me. I'm going with this guy, 6'3", from Naperville, Illinois. Let's fucking go. Get this guy out there. He's Chicago Fire Academy product. Guess what? He can do it. He can do it. I'm surprised Gaga Slonina's not being called in. Like there's guys out there, there's prospects out there that are better than the guys that they're calling in currently now. Like I don't know 100. Why you're wasting your time on Matt Turner. I don't know why Leon's wasting their time on Matt Turner. Frankly,
I think the Matt Turner party is over for real.
When you could spend so much less money and go get Chris Brady for cheap.
I'm 100% in agreement with you, James. I didn't realize he was from Naperville. Do you think he's a terrible driver? Anyway, I digress. Dude, Chris Brady, I don't know if you saw, which maybe you'll have to bring it up later, but I sent you guys who I voted for the All-Star game. And I didn't just vote for Fire guys because they're Fire guys. I voted for the guys who I thought deserve it. And I think Chris Brady is the best keeper in the league. Bar none, 100%. And you know what's funny is we're talking about Chris Brady so much, and guess who was in net. It was Gall. I mean, he was at fault for the one goal because what did I say about him when we first put him in? Like, don't play out of the back, play to your strengths. And he was dicking around the ball.
Even that new guy from like Fire 2, like he gave an assist.
Oh my God, that was amazing. He could have had his first MLS goal. You're right. I totally forget his
name. Look at that. He literally outmuscled that guy.
Like, think about it in his head in that moment. He most likely would not have scored that. But if you're that kid, don't you think, like, this is my first goal, I'm going. And he was smart enough to be like, nah, let's score a goal. You know what I mean? Like, let's I'm going to pass it. Like, I'm
sure the first team head coach probably took notice of that.
Because Mr. Greg Berhalter.
Yeah, not every player will do that. They'll just be selfish.
Take a look at the starting lineup, boys. Omar Gonzalez played the full game.
I couldn't believe it. When I saw Omar, it made me feel good because it's like, even if he gave up a goal, it was kind of like, you need this guy to start. You need him to eat a start. Like, this is it.
Has gotten solid on that left side.
Yes, he's improved.
And Zinkernagel in the center opens my eyes to the idea of maybe Zinkernagel being in the center when we sell Guti and we sign a winger like Jack Grealish.
He really wants Jack Grealish. I mean, honestly, this was a heavily rotated lineup. You know, you got Haile Selassie, you have Kwame, you have Acosta, who hasn't really played a whole lot, Omar Gonzalez, Gall, you know, and keep in mind, Kwame left out of the. You would think that when Kwame left, they were gonna bring in Brian Gutierrez. Guess who showed up? Dan Williams.
Yeah, which I love seeing. I am a big Sam Williams supporter, and I don't really know why, but I am. And so I was happy to see that. The problem is Kwame injured again.
He died for that first goal, buddy. He sacrificed himself for that first goal.
He did. You're right. So let me ask you guys a fun question. We have glazed this game a lot. We're very happy currently with our Greg Berhalter, but if the tables were reversed, who would you rather have right now in this very second? Let's say U.S. Soccer fires Poch and Greg is slightly interested in that job. Would you rather have Greg or would you rather have Pochettino?
Greg. For MLS? Pochettino? Yeah. Pochettino couldn't do it with Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. He couldn't fucking do it.
Oof, man, he went there.
Give me
seriously,
Greg.
You're right.
Greg, give me the guy who knows MLS. Give me the guy who's got Americans in his staff. Give me the guy who's not afraid to have Americans in his coaching staff. Pochettino's a coward. Fucking coward. Pochettino's a fucking coward for not having a single American in his coaching staff.
Don't forget, Greg has
Greg
has fire legends in his staff.
He does.
Look at how uncowardice. Look how uncowardly Greg is. He's not even intimidated. He's like, you know what? Come on in, boys. Let's fucking go.
You kind of have to wonder how much influence Zach Thornton has had on Chris Brady.
I mean, probably a lot. Thornton's been around for a while.
Yeah, because he's been coaching with them 2 years already, and in those 2 years,
he was around a little bit longer, right? Like I thought he was. He was
2
before
or 3 years. He was there when Frank Lopez was coaching. He wasn't there when
Wiki. No,
Wiki
who was
there.
Before Klopas? Who was before? Was it Wiki? Who was before Klopas?
Wiki.
Why am I drawing a blank?
Oh no, Ezra.
Hendrickson?
Shit, you're right, Ezra.
Gosh, we've had some awful coaches.
I thought Ezra had him too. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Zach Thornton has probably had a lot of influence on Slonina, Brady, and Dowd. I don't know how to say it. Kid needs to start for some team so the announcers can say it first. So I hate to admit it, man. I must be drinking the Kool-Aid. I never thought I'd say this.
What color is this Kool-Aid?
So here's the thing, Toke. Before you get excited, don't forget who the Fire are playing on Saturday.
It's
Like,
revenge, baby. It is revenge.
I think after that game, every other game has been a culmination of like everything that happened during that game. And wow, we actually have a bigger win probability.
Yeah, we have the money. We're the smart money right here.
I don't know if we are this weekend.
I don't know.
Look,
I'm super excited for this weekend.
If we beat Nashville, I want to say this: if we beat Nashville, I think you kind of have to wonder like how far this Fire team is going to go. Like at that point, we beat Orlando, like in Orlando.
In Orlando, we beat DC. In DC.
In DC. Didn't we beat Charlotte in Charlotte too?
Yes, I believe so. Crap. Now I gotta go back through show notes. Hold on.
I gotta.
I mean, I can look it up here.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh
James,
crap!
You're amazing at that.
We beat the crap out of Charlotte. Actually, I just saw it right now. 4-1.
Oh, you're right. Oh my God,
Why
dude!
is it upside down. Okay.
We have been on such a crazy tear this season.
No,
like, yeah, 4-1.
What are you talking about? We're like in 12th.
It's on the.
We're
you're
not
missing
on a crazy tear at all. We're not. We are on a normal pace to maybe make the playoffs.
You're not wrong.
We're not on a crazy tear at all.
Hold on.
Here's the thing.
On the road.
The East is hard.
Yes. Okay. I'll give you the road. I'll give you the road because we are on a tear when it comes to road games.
How many seasons have we gone where we didn't even win 7 games? And we've already won 7 games.
How many points? I see the points.
16.
No, we don't have 16. That's how many matches we played.
I'm sorry. 35. What?
No, you can't even see them on here.
Oh, no wonder. James, expand.
Expand. He can't expand. Okay,
here
we go.
Oh, there we go.
So
25.
we're literally in a spot on the East that a win could literally trampoline us all the way to the top.
We've been
at this point
to second. We could tie for second type of thing.
So like away, we're either winning or we're losing away. Look at that. And that's a 60% win rate at away, 40% loss rate. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
And then on the other side of it, at home, we're either winning, we're either tying or we're tying. That's really what it comes down to when we're at home.
Well, we're not losing points. We're making them up on the road.
Well, like how many points think about the DC game that we just got revenge for. The first one of the season with the bicycle kick at the last possible second that tied that game. Took that from a win to a draw. I'm telling you, this Fire team is way better than I thought.
I guess the Fire was pissed off about that game.
Look at fucking this. Second in goals for. That's amazing.
35 goals, baby.
Dude.
And then actually not good is the fact that we are really bad at defense right now. Like this is.
Well, we knew that.
So there is a problem defensively for this team to be so high.
Well, we're making it up though. We're making it up offensively.
But we got goals coming out of our ass.
We have literally surpassed the team that gave us that 7-2 beating.
I mean, we have.
We're the second highest scoring team in MLS.
How many teams?
The Fire are the second highest scoring team in all of MLS.
With a game in hand. This is crazy.
With a game in hand. This is crazy
because we struggle to score the past like 10 years. Minus 2017.
I mean,
and
they
that's
did
crazy.
Just have a 7-1 game, so I mean that might skew the stats.
Well, but we had a 7-2 game where we lost though, so that doesn't necessarily skew it too far.
I told you guys this was coming too. I told you the Fire. You guys can look at past episodes. I said the Fire are gonna have like a huge score line, and it's just gonna be like them getting rid of the ghost that is that loss against Nashville. And I said it was coming, didn't I?
Well, we couldn't handle Nashville last time. What's going to change this time? What do we think? Like, who do we even think's going to play? Like, this lineup, like, we're going to be missing Brady still. And are the kids back? Do we have Orahel back? Do we have...
I know, so isn't Andy Nahar? Andy Nahar is international unless he's coming back already. Oh, he's on the Gold Cup roster, so he's not gonna be
Yeah,
on.
Nahar will be gone.
Well,
And that's
Zimmerman's gonna
probably
be
it.
gone.
No, with who?
Isn't Zimmerman on the Gold Cup roster too?
Yeah,
Oh, I
he
thought you
is.
said Surridge. My bad.
No, it's Zimmerman.
Yes, he
Okay.
is.
Yeah, so Zimmerman will be gone. Their defense will be a little bit shakier. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, you could put a bet on US on fire. This is a revenge game.
This is gonna be a revenge game. I think that that left side is gonna be that's
Well,
the
that's the side
vulnerability
to
right
attack.
there. That's it. That's the exploitable site.
And
Well,
Soldier
and you know
Field
who's
too.
on the left, right?
Bamba.
Yep, Mr. Jonathan Bamba.
He's gonna be pulling strings.
This, God, this. I feel like so much hubris in the fact that I think we're gonna smash them. I think it's gonna be 2-0, but like it's gonna be more dominant than the scoreline.
I think it's gonna be if the Fire can give Nashville like a psychological loss, like oh they're gonna walk in, oh we beat the shit out of this team 7-2, and if Fire walk away beating them, then they're gonna be questioning like man did we really beat? Was this the same team that we beat? Because it's not. This is that 7-2 might have been like the best thing that ever happened to the Fire because after that, look what happened. Most teams would have just collapsed. It would have been like, oh, 7-2, we suck. That's it, we're done. The Fire of old would have said, that's it. Let's just draw.
That would have been the end of the season.
Yeah.
Wow, we're seeing like a resurgence from these guys.
Yeah.
And the other thing, guys, is unlike Fire teams of old, I've said this since game 2. These guys seem to be scoring goals at a prolific rate, and we just bared it out in the stats that we just talked about. Something is different about this Fire team, and it is the goal-scoring prowess. We are seeing the best out of Hugo Kuipers we've ever seen.
He already matched his goal. With 10, he's already matched his goal total from
Frank
last year.
Lopez is like, geez, what has he got those guys smoking?
How many goals we scored all of last year?
That's a good question. That probably won't be hard to find. Just put MLS standings and go to 2020. Yeah. Go to near the bottom. There you go.
All right, so goals for,
We
goals
scored
against 40.
40.
So we're 5 goals away.
off.
Okay.
Oh my
and
gosh.
it's not even
Right now.
We're 5
And
goals
we're, like,
off of our
halfway.
pace from last year.
and this is a halfway point.
Yup.
That's
The
insane.
future is bright. And these kids, it's the kids that make me like for real excited. I know Orahel might still be gone, but like Orahel, Sam Williams, I mean, Christopher Cups, who came off injured. I don't know if you guys saw that.
No, not good.
Cups came off injured in like whatever tournament or game. It was a U something or other. U22, U15. I don't know. Anyway,
Fire are
but
halfway to
the youth
50.
movement.
Fire are halfway to 50 points, which they're saying is what you need to make the playoffs prediction for in the East this year. So the Fire are already at 25 points. They're halfway there with 16 games in of a 34
One game
game
to go.
season.
We're not even halfway in. We're halfway in after this weekend. Game in hand. So let's say let's shoot for the moon. Let's say we have 28 points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Keep in mind
I've become a believer.
Keep in mind that if you look at those standings, there's literally a breakaway, from the bottom teams to the teams fighting for the playoffs. Like if you look at the point. So right now, most of those teams are in the 20s. Those teams are like any of those teams could be finishing 3rd, 4th. But then you look at the dip between New England and DC. That's where you get that dip.
So you think it's already over for Toronto?
I think it is. There's
what
no
about
way
Atlanta and DC? Is it over, or are we actually fighting with those scrubs, or is it just us in Charlotte?
I think we're fighting with the teams in 10th, 8th, 9th, 8th.
I don't think so.
7th, 6th.
Don't think so. We're not in that group. I would say
we just beat Orlando.
We just beat Orlando. We got bullshitted out of New York.
I think that's the group we're in. We're in this 5 through 7 track. I don't think we're going to be the 9th or 10th team in. I think we're going to be a little bit more solid than that. I think we're going to be in the 5, 7, 6 slot. with the Chicago Fire that we are seeing right now is, barring injuries aside, like this team has been humming. And the other thing is, even with injuries, Greg has been getting the best out of these players, some of the best play we've ever seen. And hey, there's going to be guys. The crazy thing is, next season, Toke, you guys all at the beginning of the season were like, oh, I need to see a certain amount of progress before I am able to rubber stamp seal the next season of Greg. No, we've seen enough. I can't wait to see what next season Greg Berhalter on this team will be, because with what he's done already, what he's elevated with Cups, what he's elevated with Sam Williams, with Orgel, with all these young players that have just elevated. And meanwhile, there's other players that have not risen to the occasion. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to be gone. And new guys that Greg likes or will be able to get the best out of will be there. And the guys who do get who have improved will still be there. Greg is going to get a second year with this squad, and I cannot wait to see what that second year looks like based upon halfway through this season's results. This is not like Klopas. This is not like Wiki. This is not like Pochettino. No. This is not some false butterfly with Pochettino and Schweinsteiger, where we all sense the popsicle sticks and glue and rubber cement that was holding the whole combobulation together. Meanwhile, this doesn't feel like that. This feels real.
James, with the announcement that our glorious owner made this week, and the fact that, of everything that's been going on this season, you almost kind of have a sense that the Fire are actually changing the culture within the club.
I was talking about that with the U.S. men's national team earlier, and I was like, and I had a realization. I'm like, well, Greg's maybe changed something here, because no longer are we the dark, forlorn dumpster fire icon of the MLS.
We most certainly are not. We're not.
Like,
I would love to be up there with Philly and Cincy, but we're not there yet, and I'm okay with waiting a year or two to get there. But we better stay where we are or above, right? But I'm very happy with where this project is going. It's exciting and fun. I think about this. I want to put one point on this. Think about all last season, or even before we even did this show, and we would just talk on the internet together.
Right.
How many times will we bitch and complain and pick apart the lineup? Yeah. Because everybody sucked. Everybody thought the other guy who wasn't sucking at the moment would be better, and he wasn't.
Yes.
So
even the guys that we highly criticized last season, your Pinedas, Orhel was an afterthought. I was expecting him to go, but we were saying how inconsistent Guti is, which that has its truth a little bit now, but just Pineda and Orhel were the two guys that. I felt that Pineda had fallen off completely. I'm thinking that's it.
I agree. He had a bad season last year, but he's really become a Swiss Army knife this year.
He has literally displaced Acosta, who should be the guy that you would think would be on the lineup.
Well, you're right. He's injured too, so yeah.
Yeah, well, and Acosta had a good game. That's the first good game he's had. Well, the second probably this season, but the first since the injury. And I'll say I was happy about it, but to your point, Pineda coming on the way he has is kind of makes you happy. Look, Jonathan Dean had a good game. Obviously Gutman's older, but he had a great game.
Dean has had a lot of good games lately.
He had, but Glasgow, who's away with the whatevers, is amazing as well. Dude, that's the thing that what I was getting at is we used to bitch about the lineup, and now I literally do not care. I like all these guys.
We're having good problems. Cool. Yes, we have good problems.
And I think most importantly, we have depth.
I'm just excited to see who gets to play. I'm who's on the field now?
And the thing is, too, is we saw it happening on Saturday. Kwame got hurt. Sam Williams came in. Nothing stopped. Everything was still going along. They were still attacking. They were still making plays. And, you always get a sense that when a sub comes in, it changes stuff.